Hi folks, first of all I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. You guys give me the motivation to continue doing these videos. Now on with the show. This is very distracting, I can't see myself in the screen. As you all know, there's yet more footage of the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera release, and this time it's night shoot. In this video I want to address the main 6 things about this camera.
Número 1, the noise.
From the footage we've seen online from the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera, there seems to be a lot of noise in the dark blues and the blacks. Does it put me off? No, it doesn't. This noise is a chroma noise, so it has a little bit of a color tint. If you don't know about what chroma noise is, I'll put a link in the description of someone else who actually knows what it is explaining it correctly. We all know that sensors this size suffer from noise due to the lack of light entering the actual sensor because it's small. Also, the scaling up that happens when you make a sensor that small produce a 4K image. GoPros suffer from this, G5, drones suffer from this like DJI drones. Can I live with that noise? Yes, I can. The fact that the Pocket Cinema Camera will match perfectly my Ursa Mini, it still makes it the best B camera for my current setup. Maybe it's not for everybody. If you're shooting Sony, if you're shooting Canon, maybe it's not for you. But in this case, I'm shooting the BlackMagic environment. This camera still is the best option for me.
Dynamic range.
This camera seems to be a killer. In this shot you can clearly see the highlight roll off is very soft. There's no hard clipping, which makes this camera amazing. The fact that this camera will be the first BlackMagic camera to be able to go higher than 1600 ISO is a super bonus, and it means that BlackMagic is listening to us creators. The BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K has a 4/3 sensor, 13 stops of dynamic range, and a dual native ISO up to 25,600.
The amazing display.
The 5-inch display makes it easy to frame shots, focus accurately, and change camera settings just at the back of the camera, which is my main complaint in DSLR and mirrorless cameras. If you can't be 100% your shot is in focus, then it might be ruined. 2 weeks ago I was in a shoot in a rooftop in Dublin. One of the operators was shooting in a G7 wide open lens because it was sunset. When I came back to the edit room, there were like 180 shots, and 120 of the shots the focus was soft. Like, I was so annoyed, but I blamed 60% the operator and 40% the camera. The fact that the screen is so small, you can't be 100% sure your shot is in focus, especially when you are in a run and gun situation.
The camera specs.
Images are recorded in SD cards or CFast cards. You can shoot RAW or record ProRes at up to 120 frames a second. That's a killer. The BlackMagic camera has an MTF mount, which you can adapt a lot of the EF lenses or Sony lenses if you already have them. This camera, like most of the cameras out there, has a built-in microphone. What makes this camera stand out in the crowd is that it has 2 mini XLR connections built into it. One full-size HDMI connection for monitors. It supports 3D LUTs, so you can load LUTs in your camera. It has Bluetooth, and lastly a USB-C port expansion, so you can connect the hard drives and record straight from the camera to an SSD, for example.
The operating system.
There's no more intuitive OS out there at the moment. This is a fact. I'm sure most of you have been in a shoot in the middle of nowhere with your phone in your hand trying to change the picture profile in a Sony camera. This camera will be a killer in my opinion. If you're agreeing with me, or if you don't, I want to know what other shooters think about this camera in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, it helps a lot. And see you next time.